Hi, I'm Michael. I used to make my grandma judge my dance routines. At 19, I was showcasing New York's adoptable dogs on NBC. By 22, I was YouTube's sports guy.
So what's happening? What is going on, Cantalupo? We are in
From YouTube, I created a life for myself that was flexible and financially secure, but I still felt something was missing. So I traveled the world alone, learned from many different walks of life, moved to Miami on a whim, and quit the flexible, financially secure job that was getting my voice out to millions. So now I'm here. In a world that's incomprehensibly saturated with voices, I've decided to trust my gut and invest in seeking meaningfulness. I wouldn't be who I am without my grandparents. They come from a generation that not only lived through modern society, but also rose from a Great Depression and risked everything to save our world at war. And as it turns out, many of them still look forward to the future. I figure they must know something about living life to the fullest. So, those are the people I'd like to listen to before I take my next step. So we're on our way to spend the day with Joane Rogers. She's actually the first centenarian that I ever met. She's 101 years old. We met 3 weeks ago, been in touch and become friends since then. She's an absolutely amazing woman. She's a former tap dancer. She's still driving. She still owns her own home. She still works for some reason. But first and foremost, she's a native New Yorker like me, so you know she's down for some good conversation. I'll be honest with you, since this is the first interview with the first centenarian, I'm kind of just trying not to screw up. I'm not looking for any major epiphanies. I just want to tell her story with dignity and do it in a serious manner. That's why I'm dressed like a Boy Scout. Also, she loves new technology. So, I brought her a Tesla. Uh-oh. All right. Oh, no.
Now, who does this? The cameraman?
The drone, yeah. So he has like a little, from his iPhone, actually, you're able to see.
From his iPhone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You seem so excited about the future. I mean, you have more things in your calendar than I have planned for the next week. You have for the next 6 months. You're ready to keep going.
Yes, I never think of death or anything like that. But don't forget, I had a mother that lived to 107. You know, and she was a very good Catholic, and she was very happy.
So you now, like growing older, that is an important part of your life?
It's not that interesting to me. No. I'd rather spend the time on the computer. And there's so much for me to learn because the world is passing me by if I don't.
What are you still learning? What are you actively? Yeah.
It's this thing. I ask everybody, how do I do this? How do I do this? I'm not embarrassed that I don't know things, you know, and I'm slow at learning.
Yeah, but you're not at all. Your name's not Born Joan,
No.
right? You've had Mildred Rexer, right? You've had Joan Rexer, You've had Joni Star with 2 R's. And then Joane Rogers, because you got married to your husband, who also had a stage name. So now, do you even think of yourself as Mildred whatsoever?
Only when I fly, I have to use Mildred.
You were performing in New York when New York was becoming New York.
Well, we had 52nd Street, which had one nightclub after another. Jackie Gleason was in one, and lots of nightclubs. And at that time, we worked Leon and Eddie's. My brother was in the reserves. And everybody came to Leon and Eddie's. It was the place.
Your career started in the midst of the Great Depression, kind of, right?
That's right, yes.
So how do you perform for people when nobody has a job, when spirits are so low?
Well, there's nothing else to do. I mean, there's no TV. So what are they going to do on Saturday night? And it's a birthday or a holiday.
So somebody like Sinatra, you'd be able to go see for how much?
The morning show was 25 cents.
He was performing a morning show?
Yes. Well, he did probably 5 or 6 shows a day, went all day long, and 7 days a week, all day long.
So then, after New York, you moved over to Hollywood. And what was life like? What did you see differences in New York as opposed to Los Angeles?
It was more upscale. They were very good to us. They had taps. They had sound equipment, microphones, I guess, under the stage, so you could hear our taps. I mean, it was, and it was a dinner restaurant. And the shows didn't go on at 2 in the morning. The last show was 11 o'clock, so it was nice.
I didn't put you in initially because you're only the young age of 95.
Yeah, I'm 95.
So you don't quite cut it yet.
No.
But you have the older friend over there.
Yeah.
You guys have been inseparable for 60 years or so, right?
60 years.
So when you think of Joan and you look at her as 101, what do you think?
I think she's beautiful.
Oh, that's a good friend.
Yeah.
That's a good. And you make friends so easily. See, I don't make as many friends as you do. That's a talent.
Are you guys, so you're still hanging out, what, once a week you see each other or so?
Twice a week.
Yeah, we go to dinner.
Are you still
go
drinking?
Yes.
Yeah.
She has a
I have a Manhattan.
She has a Manhattan.
And she has a
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary or vodka straight.
So you went to Vietnam with the USO.
Yeah. They got the tires on our C-133, which is a cargo master. And we had big trucks in there with us.
They got the tires as in
Landed.
they shot it.
The tires. And we all had to sit with our hands on our buttocks because they said, you're in Viet Cong territory. You have to protect yourself. So naturally, I protect the store.
Yeah.
So what in all of these years, what was the key to continuing to stay friends, do you think? What made you guys such
Love of show business.
Show business.
Yeah.
We talked about the shows and where we worked and
Memories.
Wait, so you're so you're saying to me that you never worked together?
no.
Except for right now.
Oh,
Right now.
Here's your moment. If I could do anything with my time, I'm so happy that you guys got to do it together. Do you think that? Well, I mean, we can't discredit you. I know you're a whole 6 years young.
Yeah.
But would you attribute having a friend who still lives so close? Is that a huge part of what keeps you going?
Yes, because you need friends.
Yeah.
You need
She
friends.
sent me a birthday card that's so unique. I will save that,
that would be-
forever.
It was her 85th birthday card.
90th.
Oh, I'm sorry.
95.
95, and I took pictures.
And she said, "You're more than a friend, you're family to me."
Which is, see, we don't, neither one of us have children or a husband, so we're family.
Yeah. And 17 years ago, my husband died. When did your husband?
Oh, it's 35 years.
Yeah.
You have 5 years until you're on the Centenarian season.
Yeah. I get
5.
a free lunch, and she'll be my guest.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that.
She'll be my guest.
I am
hope
begging
you'll be
on-
there.
Yes.
God willing.
You're
God
more
willing.
excited about the future than I am.
God, oh
Yeah.
no, God.
No,
Look
you
what
have
you're doing.
You have your whole future ahead of you, and don't do anything you don't want to do.
And you're gambling, and be a gambler.
Yeah,
You gotta gamble.
Take risks.
Educated gambler.
yeah.
That's good.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, this has been
Wow.
a wonderful day. One of the best days of my life.
Yeah.
Come here. Come here. Talking to Joan reiterated for me why we were doing this. She took a risk at 101 on letting a bunch of strangers enter her home with heavy equipment and an unmanned flying device. She gave us her story, and for that, I'm really grateful. We've been in touch. She's been traveling. She can't wait to see this. I can't wait to show her. On top of that, I can't wait for you to meet who's next.